Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a general reading about non-communication. They include questions like should you reach out? What is the person focused on? Why aren't you hearing from them? And is it in your best interest to reach out? So readings are timeless. Timestamps are in the pinned comments and decks are in the description box. There are also links to Instagram and Fiverr and Etsy and Kick and all the different places where I am on the internet. At the end of the video, we'll be pulling what's in the box so that you can use your intuition to figure out what's in the box. Intuition is really important on my channel because if you see something or hear something that's not for you, you don't have to try and force it to fit your situation. It can be something that's for someone else. Also on my channel, if the camera zooms into a pile, we pull a clarifier. Today I'm using the Sexual Tarot deck as clarification. We have three piles. We have the silver gem, the white train, and the Cancer pin. That is Avery. He is my familiar, and he loves to give his opinion sometimes. So you might hear him a little bit. Come here. Okay, so this is the universe has your back. Should you reach out? What are they focused on? Why aren't you hearing from them? And is it in your best interest to reach out? So let's get started. We will get started with should you reach out? Yes, by all means. When you know it's right, you can use any means necessary to fulfill your dreams. So, reaching out to this person is something that you should do. And then we're going to find out if it's in your best interest to do it, though. Because there's a difference. There are things that we should do that take us down a different path and allow us to experience something. And then there are things that are for our highest good. So we'll see what this one is. So first, let's find out what is this person focused on. We got the Two of Wands. So this person is really thinking about waiting. They're making a plan. They're thinking about a choice. This might be somebody who you know is maybe seeing somebody else, or they just seem like a really good friend. You guys, went to school together, and you don't quite know if you should reach out to them. So then they're kind of focused on just the choices in their lives. They really don't know what they want at this point. So the reason that you're not hearing from them is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is all about self-imposed restrictions or isolation. So for some of you, your person is kind of in a mode where they're just not interested in talking to anyone at all. But then for another group of you, that isolation is in your own head. You're kind of thinking, oh, they don't want to hear from me. Or, oh, if they really wanted to hear from me, then they already would have called. You have like a really negative mindset about hearing from them anyway. So then, is it in your best interest is showing as yes, faith. When you remain faithful to your dream, the answer will always be yes, even if it looks different along the way. And the clarification that came up for that was the Knight of Cups. And I think it's really interesting because you got the guy, he's got all the papers there. The Knight of Cups is like a romantic love or a proposal. Like for some of you, you guys really think that this person doesn't like you, but they like you a lot. But you're kind of in your head so much that you just don't see it. So the universe has your back card says, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So let's go ahead and we'll pull a clarity card on that Two of Swords. It actually came up with two, which I always say that means there's two groups. So, okay, and then they want some information on that King of Cups. So the King of Cups, really has good intentions, very emotionally balanced. They're not somebody who's, just going around making a whole bunch of promises. Oh, that's always crazy to me how that happens. Okay. So, for some of you, I'm going to start with this one because it's smaller. So, this person has two choices. One of them is the reverse Three of Swords. The reverse Three of Swords is about apologies and recovery. It's about no more heartbreak. Things are healed. So, for some of you, there's a choice where things are just healed. Some of them, you have a choice where the person is reaching the status of being the King of Cups. So I feel like this is a like a mini reading. So we have the reverse Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, the Hierophant, and the reverse Seven of Wands. That's very interesting. Was there another seven on here? No. Okay. So let's read these because I feel like this is a story for someone. So the reverse Seven of Wands is about getting caught and wanting to make things right, which is very interesting because that coincides. I think this is where the story is similar. And then we go in, I'm going to move this over here so you can see it on the camera. We go in and we see the King of Wands. The King of Wands is really passionate, an alpha male, really strong, powerful. Then the next one is about the Hierophant. That's about like some religious ceremonies, usually like a wedding or something that has to do with being traditional and fitting in. And then we have the reverse Seven of Wands at the end, which is about giving up and having weak boundaries. So I feel like for some of you, there may have been some infidelity. It almost feels like this person went down this path and said, yeah, I'm going to get married. I'm going to be in this with you for life. And then they had weak boundaries and they gave up, and it wasn't the relationship isn't able to go on. Some of you have had that experience, but you just forgave and moved on. So this is all over the place. There's a couple of different people involved in this. So I'm going to just take a deep breath. Okay. Reaching out to this person will be fine. Having a relationship with this person, though, doesn't feel very stable. There's been some heartbreak. This person has not always been honest. So there's some letters of apology. Or this group of people in the middle that have the reverse Three of Swords, which is really good because that means they've kind of, made up and moved on. You got these people here who never really grew from it, so they just have weak boundaries. And then you have these people here who kind of want to make up, but the thing is, there's just so many disagreements and arguments that it doesn't really feel like it's something that's positive. So there comes a point when you have to pick you. There comes a point when you have to say, you know what, this person cheated on me, or this person stole from me, or this person is just really thinking about other people, and you're not hearing from them solely because it was not the best relationship. There's better for you. You are love, and miracles are natural. Some of you really see this relationship and you're like, oh, but no, he's everything. He's my Prince Charming. But if he's cheating on you, or cheating with you, even if he's cheating with you, you need to it is in your best interest to say, I need to find something that's available to me. So contacting them is the card to say that that is something that would be, you know, in your best interest, or that you should reach out. So you do have a yes on that. But I would definitely make sure that you're manifesting a relationship that has the full potential to be what you really deserve as a person. Because there's a great mix in this one. what's going on. I think that's very interesting. And we will go ahead and don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the wonderful things that you can do on YouTube. And don't forget to stop at the end where you can find out what is in the box. And this is for the people who chose group 2, which was the white train. We have, should you reach out? What are they focused on? Why aren't you hearing from them? And is it in your best interest to reach out? And then we have a universe has your back card. Should you reach out is saying no, not in your life. This path will change the course of your life in a way you won't find appealing. Now, a lot of people right away, they're like, oh man, that sucks. But it could mean that you need to wait for that person to reach out to you. Like part of your story is that you didn't chase them, you waited for them to come to you. So it could be that your story really has to do with them being the, not really aggressor, so to speak, or the one, but to be the one that like makes the moves. Okay, so then what are they focused on? It is excuse me, could mean that you are destined to have this person reach out to you, and you're supposed to be learning how to be in a restful, relaxing place. So why aren't you hearing from them is pulling up as the reverse fool. So the reverse fool is about being unprepared, being absent. This person is really, I feel that they are struggling with something in their own life. It almost feels like some kind of catastrophic thing has happened to them. That may be why you feel that you've been ghosted. You haven't necessarily been ghosted. They're just focusing on this other instance. I feel like for some of them, there may have been something unexpected that happened in their life, and they're just kind of picking up the pieces, and you weren't part of that instance. Maybe you guys had just met, or you met online, and you haven't like been able to share physically life together. So that's why you don't really know about what's going on. Is it in your best interest to reach out? It says yes. It is destined. Keep focused. It has been decided. So now there seems to be a little bit of confusion. Are you telling me I should reach out, or are you telling me that I should not reach out? And that is where I'm telling you that it is your intuition. And you say, but I'm coming to you for the answers. And I'm reading your energy. It's funny because my ears just started ringing. For some of you, you are supposed to reach out. For some of you, you are not supposed to reach out. So let's give a little bit of insight to the people who are supposed to reach out. We have the reverse Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Three of Cups. The reverse Knight of Cups is about someone who is being moody. It's also about some unrealistic romantic hopes. It's that you think if I reach out, I will get a romance. And the cards are saying, you will not get romance if you reach out. The Eight of Wands is about quick changes and news arriving and action. And then the Three of Cups is about celebration. So really this feels even the same way. Like, yes, you can. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. A bunch of cards can't tell you how to live your life. You tell you how to live your life. And the cards are saying, yes, you can reach out. It's in your best interest to reach out, but it's going to cause this person to not really want a romantic relationship. And if you wait, you can have the romance. So use your intuition. What pile you're in. That's why there's two questions that match so closely. Okay, so those of you who are thinking yes, I'm going to give you another card. It pulled up as the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is the knight that comes charging in, and he's fast and he's free-spirited, and he comes in and charges. So this masculine energy in this relationship, it doesn't have to be male or female, This masculine energy wants to rush in and charge and do all the work. So I guess that's part of your thing. Are you the masculine energy? Are you supposed to be rushing in? Are you the masculine energy? Because if you are, that's when you're supposed to. Let's ask. Is the no the feminine energy? Is the no the feminine energy? Is the no the feminine energy? Yes. Well, there's a little bit of more of intuition for you. Are you the feminine energy? Because then the answer is no. Are you the masculine energy? Are you the Knight of Wands? Because if you are, the answer is yes. Ooh, I love it when Spirit wants you to find your own answers. So the universe has your back says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. That's the other way you can figure out and determine if you're supposed to do anything. Do you have peace about waiting, or do you have peace about contacting them? Do you have peace that you are the energy that should be in the active state, or do you think that you need to be passive? This is the thing, these are the things that your guides can help you with too. But these are two very distinct groups of people. So you have to use your intuition to determine which group you fit into. Excellent. That was tricky. Some of you are really frustrated by that. I think it's going to be really interesting. Drop me some comments. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear it. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the things that you can do on YouTube. And don't forget to go to the end of the video to find out what is in the box and test your intuition. So this is for the third group of people that chose the sign Cancer. We have, should you reach out? What are they focused on? Why aren't you hearing from them? And is it in your best interest to reach out? So, should you reach out is pulling up as yes, joy. Making each moment joyful will ensure a wonderful adventure regardless of the path taken. Excellent. So, I feel like some of you in this group are just a little bit nervous about reaching out. Maybe you aren't sure if this person likes you. You have a really good indication that they do. Maybe you guys have gone on a date or something along those lines. You've spent time together, and you know that I'm going to shuffle these really quick. You've spent time together and you know this person likes you, but it's a little bit hard to determine in society today if a person, wants more, or if they're just trying to get you into bed or whatever. But you have to remember, there are a lot of really good people out there. There are a lot of good men and a lot of good women and a lot of people who identify as them and they and everybody. There's good people out there. So the next one is, what are they focused on? We have the reverse sun, which is really interesting because the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So when it's reversed, it really is depression and maybe feeling that they need to delay having happiness, that they maybe feel like they don't deserve it. So they might be just as nervous as you are. I kind of get that feeling. You guys both like each other a lot, but you like each other so much that you're concerned that the other one doesn't like you as much as you like them. So then why aren't you hearing from them shows up as the reverse magician. And the reverse magician just means about their energy is scattered. They have a lot of things they're doing. They don't realize all the power they have. So is it in your best interest to reach out shows maybe, which is love. More compassion is needed to find an answer. So maybe in the yes, no, maybe tarot or oracle deck really means that the answer has not been created yet. So in the laws of attraction sense, you haven't given your guides or yourself any direction at which you may want to go. So there it shows up maybe. And the way to find more information is through love and having compassion. So the clarifier for that was the Hermit, which makes sense. So the Hermit is the card that talks about going within and finding clarity, and it's all about focusing on yourself. So this relationship really feels like there's a lot of potential for it, but both parties don't really know how much potential there is. But I feel that with time, it's going to kind of evolve to the point where both people realize, especially if you go in and there's compassion and you're working on yourself. Because ultimately, if you love yourself, you're going to attract love, which is interesting because there's love on here as well. Love and joy. So, all right. And then the universe has your back card says, I choose to learn through love. That's so awesome. I love when cards match up. So, wow, that's cool. You're learning through love. You're doing a really good job. I feel like the reason that you want to reach out to this person is because you do feel so drawn to them that they just feel like they're part of your life already. So focus on love. You're doing an excellent job. And reach out to them if you feel that you have something to say. If it's just to reach out for attention, I would wait until you kind of give yourself attention. But I definitely think that they are enjoying your company as well. All right, so now we have come to the portion where we do what is in the box. And I'm going to project what's in the box on the screen in my head. And I'll be opening the box in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And it is the orange pumpkin. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and have a wonderful day.